Okay, I'm recording. And most of you, all of you probably know me, and you probably heard my story, and I certainly don't want to bore you, but I'll tell you, we are going to be going over our solutions tonight, the Isagenix solutions. And honest to God, I've benefited from every single one of them. And so can you. We have transformational solutions. So I've been with Isagenix about 6 years. And, really, I called myself a never at home mom. I raised um, two boys that ended up playing college hockey. They played travel hockey, and having two of them playing that, wow. I mean, Paul, my husband, and I were two ships passing in the night. And then we had our little girl who had her own stuff going on. So really, really busy life, active life, really defined myself as a mom. And we were such a busy family. Um, Definitely looking for a lifetime for nutritional solutions, not just for myself, but for my entire family. Because to me, the one thing we can do in order to be really proactive about our health and wellness is we can choose what we put in our mouth. And the more I looked into nutrition, the more confused I got. And when I found Isagenix 6 years ago, it was crazy. I mean, really, it was like after about a week, it truly was, this is how I felt. I felt like this is what I've been searching for myself and my family, to fuel us in a way where we are nutritionally sound and it takes the guesswork out, and to fuel us in a way that's easy and convenient. Because, I mean, some of the moms who are like making 3 meals a day for their kids, or in my case with two boys that are 6'3", and my most problem child, my husband, he's 6'3" too, feeding those three boys, and then my daughter and I, it was like, honestly, it felt like that's all I did. It was I never at home mom, and when I was home, I was feeding the kids. And so I certainly wish I would have found this sooner. But anyway, about 7 years ago, I was looking at really searching for my purpose. What's the next chapter in my life? The kids were getting older. They were flying the coop, getting their driver's license. My three kids, Catherine, my youngest, was getting her driver's license. And I got my Series 7 securities license and my Series 66. And to be honest, it was really the more comfortable way to go. My husband at the time, he's since sold it, but he owned a financial business, and I was going to go to work for him. It made sense, right? And although I will say it never really lit me up, the idea of going to an office and sitting behind a desk and helping people with their financial portfolios. I knew it just never really lit me up. In the meantime, when I was about to embark on that career, I just had never dreamed a product and an opportunity like Isagenix would fall into my lap, and it completely transformed my life. I had been searching and experimenting, like I said, with different nutritional solutions, but I questioned 6 years ago, wow, I'm doing everything right. And in my late 40s, is this as good as it gets? And I guess it's going to get worse because I'm aging. Well, this came into my life, and, I felt like something compelled me to look deeper, because when I learned that there was an income opportunity behind the products, that lit me up. That lit me up. So my decision to join the company was absolutely organic. It wasn't really like I was searching for a career. I was on a completely different path, but I couldn't not spread the word on what I learned about how and why our nutritional technology is something the world needs to hear about. And, now 6 years later, and then we're going to get into the nuts and bolts with Martha, but 6 years later, I'm living where I love. We moved from St. Louis, Missouri to Aspen, Colorado. My husband and I absolutely love it. here. My personal story, I said I benefited from every single solution. I actually maybe lost a couple pounds. I wasn't really in it for weight loss, but I went from 18.7% body fat to under 14% without changing my fitness. And my energy improved, my sleep improved, my athletic performance has never, and I really mean this, guys, I'm sitting here talking to you, 53 years old. My athletic performance has never been better in my entire life, in my teens. And I played lots of sports. I was definitely a sports gal. So here I am, and I'm living where I love and loving where I live, and I am passionate about sharing these solutions because I'm seeing some of my friends on this call right now who may have invited you to this call who have absolutely transformed their bodies and transformed their life. And so I feel like we have a gift that we're going to share. And now we'll get into the slide in front of you. And, it's interesting, I'm not going to go into this whole deal, but integrity. If Isagenix had a middle name, I would say it would be integrity. And that's when when I decided to look into the income opportunity behind these products 6 years ago, I went to an Isagenix university, and I was so impressed with the rock solid science, the integrity of the science, the integrity of the compensation plan, the integrity of the people, the integrity of the scientific advisory board, and the thoroughbreds that we have at the corporate helm, including the beautiful Kathy Coover, who was one of us and built to the top of, I think it was 6 companies, and then they changed the compensation plan. They've changed the compensation plan with Isagenix a few times since I've been involved too, but only for the better. So, this is the disclaimer, and you can read it. A lot of people say, oh, the FDA doesn't regulate it. Well, that's good because we have amazing third-party validation and studies, 6 published studies, not to mention the extreme rigorous testing that goes into our raw ingredients so that we can deliver the best. So Martha, you can go to the next slide. Yeah, built on integrity, and I love their vision. Their vision is to impact world health, one person at a time. And most of the people in my organization, they really have come in with the idea of, I want to improve my physical body. I want to decrease pain. I want to lose weight. And then organically, it's shifted into, I can't help but share the benefits of the products with the people that I love and care about. So next slide. Energy, weight, time, aging, job, physical health. Can you relate? I mean, one thing that I don't share, or I share rarely, is we went through a very, very stressful time prior to Isagenix. Just a lot of, I had because of stress, I believe, I was diagnosed with something called Graves' disease, and it's a hyperthyroid. Now, of course, my friends, we were on a girls' trip, and I was complaining about my symptoms, and they're like, oh, so poor you, cry me a river, you've got more energy than anybody, and you can eat anything you want without gaining weight. Well, I'll tell you, it was no fun. And, I had my thyroid radiated, and now I'm hypothyroid. And I'll tell you what, I feel better now. So I am on Synthroid, but and we don't make medical claims, but I feel better now than I've ever felt, even prior to that disease coming into my life. It's unbelievable. So, job, just over broke. We get to be the architect of our own future with Isagenix. So next slide. Metabolism and detoxifying support. I love this. Our Cleanse for Life, I like how we just opened in the United Kingdom, and they call it Nourish for Life. And, it's really compelling when you look at some of these studies, certain things. I'm not going to reference specific things, but like, a study was done with the umbilical cords of babies. And before they're even out of the womb, they have thousands of toxins, each and every one of them. So, one of the things that really makes us unique in the marketplace from other diets and from other nutritional systems is our cleanse component. And it is absolutely, our cleanse is no question the Cadillac of cleanses. It's got not just aloe vera, but the heart of the aloe vera. And these cleansing, it's so interesting. I'm not going to get into the weeds about the science, but this is something I didn't know and I found people don't understand. And I feel that the world needs to know this. The reason we have this health crisis and this significant obesity and weight crisis, especially in the United States, is because of the toxins in our environment that are bombarding us, and our bodies don't recognize them and they're not equipped to handle them. So our bodies, being as miraculous as they are and designed to protect our vital organs, enrobe these toxins in fat stores, and thus the belly fat. And so why do diets fail? And it's really interesting. And Martha, you might want to unmute. I don't want to say anything wrong, but this is, the statistic is 98% of diets fail. And Isagenix, when followed as prescribed, works 96% of the time. So that's exciting. Next slide. Our shake. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's lots of shakes out there. This isn't from Isagenix. This isn't from me. This isn't from whoever invited you on this call. I'm here to tell you right now, our Isagenix shake is not just a protein shake. It's a macronutrient full meal replacement with basically the most nutritionally potent 240 calories you could put in your body. And what I love is the cleanse prepares our body. The cleanse basically releases the impurities so that the cells become like sponges to absorb and utilize the incredible 70 trace minerals and macro and micronutrients contained within our Isagenix shake. Our Ionic Supreme, oh my gosh, I call it my rocket fuel, and I also call it my lullaby. So in the morning, I will take it as a shot. And you know what? We have it in our refrigerator. We have it in liquid and powder. It comes in liquid and powder. And I'll just take a shot in the morning. It helps me with mental clarity. I'll tell you what, the other day I had a shot of Ionic Supreme, not the other day, but when I was in Florida. I had a shot of Ionic Supreme, hit the golf course and made every putt. The mental clarity, it's crazy. And then at night, I take it as a warm tea. And it turns my head off, my mind. So it has tons of adaptogens. It balances our cortisol. It keeps our cortisol levels balanced, which the cortisol is our stress hormone, and most of us have way too much cortisol production. And it's a game changer. The Ionic Supreme, it's some people's favorite product.
For sure. Yep. Okay.
And our complete essentials with Isagenesis. So the complete essentials, basically, what I love is they're so convenient. And I remember for my Graves' disease, part of that is your eyes get really dry. My eyes aren't dry anymore. And I live at like 2 miles above sea level, guys, in rarefied air. My eyes are not dry. We have the best omega in the world. And our complete essentials not only have the best omega. I used to have this prescription omega that smelled like anchovies. It was awful. I mean, I could barely, and then I'd be burping up anchovies. Because our products are so pure, there's no smell. We source our omegas from the clean waters of Norway, from salmon from the clean waters of Norway. And basically there's an AM packet and a PM packet. And it contains all the micronutrients to fill in all the nutritional gaps, so that, you know, these 5 pillars is what we call them, basically build a foundation for wellness and build a nutritionally sound body in a super simple, easy way. It's like the Jetsons. And last but not least, the Isagenesis. It's cutting edge in terms of anti-aging technology. If any of you have heard of telomeres, if any of you have not heard of telomeres, you will hear about them. And telomeres are basically the end caps on our chromosomes. And when we're born, they're long and healthy. And as we age and due to certain environmental, biological, genetic, nutritional events, they get shorter and shorter and shorter. And they're basically biomarkers for our age. So I'm telling you, I'm just looking at some of the faces on here, you know, and it is, and I looked at a picture of me 10 years ago. I'm telling you, everybody looks younger. And I'm just going to say, I'm not going to say it's from the Isagenesis, but I'll tell you what, it's these complete essentials with Isagenesis. I wouldn't go a day without them. So next slide. Love it. Okay, and this is what I love. We have irrefutable clinical studies. We benchmarked our simple, easy, convenient, cost-effective nutritional system against the Heart Healthy Diet. Now, you want to follow the Heart Healthy Diet, and I don't know if Rita's here, but I've got one of our business partners actually was on the Heart Healthy Diet. Well, you should have seen her when she was on that compared to how she is now. Here's the rock solid science and evidence. They benchmarked Isagenix against the Heart Healthy Diet. Those using Isagenix lost 56% more weight, 47% more fat. Okay, so listen, they increased muscle, lean muscle, but lost fat. And visceral fat, that's the dangerous fat surrounding the vital organs, was decreased by 2.3 times through MRI scans. So the proof's in the pudding. And this is where the rubber meets the road. Next slide. And, you know, your first goal is to feel better, and Isagenix can help with that. And, you know, again, although people have lost hundreds, 200 pounds, 300 pounds, 400 pounds, and kept it off because of our nutritional system. It's a lifestyle, not just a diet. You know, I always want to emphasize, though, this is about, it's not about counting calories. It's about making calories count. And I don't want to sound cliche, but believe me, coming from someone who hasn't really lost weight, I feel like I've built a brand new body. So, and I want to mention this because I think this is so interesting. I'm working with someone right now who has been in bedridden because she's so heavy for 11 years. She hasn't lost a pound. She feels amazing. She's up walking in 3 months. And we talked to Dr. Ina because of the weight thing. And it was very interesting because Dr. Ina said to her and me, and I think this is so interesting, the body heals what it needs to heal first. So this was in her first month when she didn't lose a pound, but she got up and she can walk. 3 months, she's lost 22 pounds. So I just think that's a really cool story to share. Next slide. 90 pounds lost, but what I love is, like, you know what? She didn't just lose 90 pounds and she's sitting on the couch. This is the 2017 IsaBody Challenge winner. I've had the pleasure of meeting her, and she's like, she's built a new body. She's built a machine because of our nutritional technology. I love it. Next slide. Okay, so now we're coming to the different systems, and I really want to emphasize this. One of the things that makes Isagenix, which means, by the way, divine systems. Isa means divine and genix means systems. It's not, by the way, isogenics for the new people. We get that all the time. It's ISA. And one of the things that really differentiates us is that we're not a one product wonder. This is a system that, put together, that's where the magic happens. And so we set people up for systems. We are not a one product wonder. And we are going to bat in order to maximize your results. And so there's a 30-day system. This is good, but not great. I'm going to say, it's good, but I don't know if I would have been successful with the 30-day system because it doesn't contain some of these, what we call the sticky products that really keep you in the game, that help you to stick with the program and not feel deprived. I've never felt deprived. The 30-day premium pack is better. And it's such a better value. The 30-day premium pack does come with the sticky products, but guys, it doesn't include those complete essentials with the anti-aging telomere support. So the weight loss value pack, which, by the way, Martha, I've been asking corporate for 6 years, change it to just value pack, because I start everybody on the weight loss value pack, because everyone needs to burn fat and increase lean muscle. And so I like to call it the fat burning and cleansing pack. That's what I call it, the fat burning and cleansing value pack. And it is what I start about 99% of the people that I enroll with a virtual wholesale account on. And today we are offering, which is super exciting, and I want to thank Martha from the bottom of my heart, the best value on that cleansing and fat burning value pack that I've ever seen in 6 years. So next slide. And I really want you to think about this, guys. How much are you spending a day to feed your body? Most people spend, if they're eating organic and fueling themselves with, good food, they're spending $20, $25 per day. So I really want to emphasize this is a redirect of your food budget. It's instead of, not in addition to. So think about that. We go get, it's interesting. I mean, I had a gourmet coffee this morning. It cost twice as much as my meal replacement shake, my macronutrient meal replacement, which is amazing. So next slide. Okay, so which pack fits your lifestyle? And again, one of the things that I love, this is when I said yes, I'm going to, I'm going to share these products and build a business, build an international multi-million-dollar business as a byproduct of helping people feel better than they've ever felt, is there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. I'm always it's a head scratcher when people don't say yes. Because if I'm going to go buy an automobile, I'm going to go test drive it. And Isagenix allows you to test drive these products in your body. Next slide. So go for the value pack. So, we celebrate your results, and we use a system, which I like to call an elegant referral program. And it's called You Share, They Share, Repeat. And we'll go over this really quick. Next slide. When anyone starts, I always ask them, do you know two people? Do you know two people who might be interested in saving money on their groceries and feeding themselves with optimal nutrients? And, it surprises me that sometimes people don't know two people. I knew lots of people. And so just for sharing with two people, and we're taking the value pack. So you start with the value pack and you show them how to start with the value pack. You're going to earn $100 for each of those people, yep, $100 for the first person you enroll in one leg, and another $100 for the value pack that you set someone up with this virtual wholesale account for the other, for a total of $200, but it gets better. Next slide. If you do that in a work week, and our work week's Monday through Sunday, if they both join, Isagenix doubles it. So you earn $400. Next slide. I get real excited about this. So $400, and for promoting to consultant, which is you share, you plus two, enrolling one person on your left and one person on your right with a qualifying order, Isagenix pays you $50. Next slide. Okay, Crystal Manager. So if you, if you enroll, here's the you share, they share. You show two people how to show two people what you just did, okay? And then you're going to earn, I love this about Isagenix, you get $50 for promoting to consultant, but Isagenix pays you $100 for showing someone else how to promote to consultant. So you get $100 for, you know what, help me out here because I've never done, for them sharing. So you get $100 for promoting to consultants. And then if you enroll those two consultants within 60 days, you're going to also get $250 in a for hitting Crystal Manager for a total of $900. Pretty cool.
And I will share, just because Heidi, you did a great job, and what we love to share too is that when you're helping your person help two people, and that person you personally enrolled becomes a consultant, it's up to 20 personally enrolled person that you sponsored that becomes a consultant. So the company pays you an additional 100 up to 20 people. So that's an additional $2,000.
Pretty amazing. Yeah, and this is all, guys, you know, so when do you want to see your results? And, you know, I like to end with this because it's one of my favorite quotes. It's the life in the years more than the years in the life. And, you know, that to me this is the gift of Isagenix, is really giving you more life in your years. Because, you know, our healthcare system is clearly sick, and it treats the foundational problem. And, you know, you can live long years. Modern medicine gives us, you know, treats the symptom, not the foundational problem. And so that's what I love so much about this is a way where I call it the best health insurance plan in the world. It's a gift. And, you know, think about that. It's the life in the years, not the years in the life. So it starts today. It starts right now. It starts as soon as you get your box. And you can honestly transform your energy, improve your sleep, lose that yucky, you know, that weight that's holding you down. Go to my personal Facebook page and see my post about my friend Liz O'Keefe, who I've known since high school. She like cries all the time and hugs me and says, Heidi, these products have changed my life. They've transformed the quality of my life. And you can too. So Martha, is there anything else? I know we're going to offer, this is really exciting, but offer some enrollment codes too.
We are, you know, everybody joined for a great purpose today. It really is to invite your guest. I believe every leader does three amazing things consistently, which is to always do the invitation and then do the presentation like what Heidi did. And she shared her story. And that just, I mean, for me, it was just so great to hear that about what you shared. Like, you're a mom that was never home, you know, where, you know, all the things that you did and how you still sought for other outlook and other career paths. And then you've, you know, just Isagenix found you in a lot of ways too. And so tonight we want to just let our guests know, you know, you've got the invitation here for a reason, because the person who invited you obviously really cares about you, and not just short-term health results, but long-term lifestyle changes. And we truly believe, you know, it's about transforming your body and truly transforming the business opportunity. If that's what you want to do, is to be able to have the, even just to earn 200 to 250 to 400 to 900, what Heidi showed you, that can happen instantly. So we want to gift to you tonight this free membership. That's based on a 30-day system pack that you're looking at, or if you are going to go ahead with, just might as well do the value pack, which is what I love what you said about the fat burning cleanse system, right? Weight loss system here. That already includes free membership, but what's beautiful about that free membership packet is that it gives you two, so that you can help two people right away. And so our invitation is for you to really have that open mind. And like Heidi said, I mean, when do you want to see the results? When you looked in the mirror this morning, or you were completely happy with what you saw? I mean, that's what we have to look at every morning. Are we happy? And every night when we go to bed, are we feeling our body and our mind and our spirit with the things that are right for us? And so that's the invitation tonight, is to have the guest think about this, and when you're ready, which we hope that it'll be tonight, and definitely before our free shipping up to $50 with this value pack expires, which expires this Sunday by midnight East Coast time. So the gift is for all of you to share it. And Heidi really took this initiative and reached out to me and said, how long can these codes be good for? And I said, Heidi, we can have it be good for 24 hours. So that means you don't have to decide tonight, but help your people get started tonight. Right, Heidi?
Exactly. Help them get started tonight. And isn't it reach out to me in the next 2 hours, right, Martha?
Yeah, whenever you can manage this. I'm going to send you based on your attendance. So we were able to verify that there was 40 people. And typically we just go off of the gifting of a percentage of those in attendance. But, you know, with just how our company is so generous, you know, you guys showed up, you guys did the invitation, your guests are here. We want this so that everybody has an opportunity. So even if you feel like you're not going to be able to use the code tonight, Heidi's going to receive 40 free enrollment codes. And so help your team, help anyone that feels like they need this support. We don't want anybody to feel left behind, because this journey is a lifelong journey. And I'm so happy to see some amazing team members that are on your team, Heidi, that I didn't even realize that, you know, they reached out to me saying that they're just so happy that you're doing this. So thank you so much for leading the way for them.
Absolutely. All right, guys. And Martha, thank you so much. And everyone, thank you for attending. And reach out to me today or tomorrow if you have someone to enroll.
All right. Good night, everyone. Happy Thursday. Be blessed. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Oh, wait, I'm going to really quick unmute everybody.
Like that.
Thanks, guys. Bye, everybody.
But
Thank you.
it gives
Thank you, Heidi.
courage. And